Hey everybody, Coach Garrett here. Hey, back as far as I can remember, I was always throwing at something, at something else or somebody else for some well rehearsed reason. And I've learned a lot about myself and others by how one comports themselves in a game of catch. Seems silly? What I'm saying is this could be accomplished with various forms of equipment, but for this illustration, I'm just going to talk about which this solely exists in my head. It will only definitely entail a baseball and two leather fielder's gloves. But let's begin with the first things that you can tell about someone in just a few minutes. Their style of delivery can tell you can be a great indicator actually of the personality type the individual might possess. For instance, if the person's throw is casual, a nice soft toss, one can tell that this is not a bull in a china shop sort of chap. 2 throws, 3 throws, 4 throws in, back and forth, you begin to sense what you're dealing with. Some guys try to burn you out first thing, firing their best heater before their arm is even warmed up. And it's a true recipe for bad muscle memories. But these guys are the sort who wish to challenge you and show you their strengths. I have seen this sort start out way ahead of the crowd, only to fall back in the pack when the heat of life begins to burn down. It burns down wickedly. Their need to project themselves to be something that they are not is characterized by their throws. Ironically, when we agreed to play that sort of catch after getting warmed up, and we had a name for it, we called it burnout. Throwing for a strike was relative, with many differing opinions on a plethora of calls. You just needed to get it within your recipient's reach, in and out of the glove, and you could tag them with the air and claim it was your best fireball that was the cause, But the irony exists in the fact that many of us see these sorts of guys that have a horrible time establishing relationships. Unless they find friends and a mate that can handle being bullied, all their lives, and they don't stand up to them. No one ever stands up to them or confront them. They amble along, developing the addict's lament, whether a user or not. Nothing is ever their fault. Always someone else to blame. They begin and they end with burnout. That's the first of 3 blogs about playing catch. I'll have the other 2 out later. Grace and peace. This is Steve saying goodnight.